Marianne, the Frugal Chef. Let's make some baby back ribs in the oven today. You know, just because it's winter and it might be snowing or raining or cold or whatever, doesn't mean we can't eat barbecue ribs. Let me show you how I make these. So, the first thing you need to do to get your ribs ready is get rid of this membrane, see, that you have behind the bone. I like to use a little sharp knife and just, you know, cut underneath and then just pull it with this hand, see, and take it off. There you go. So do that on each rib. It's gonna make the difference between, you know, them being tastier, easier to eat, so you don't have to eat this, and also it's going to allow the rub that we're going to use to penetrate better into the meat. So all in all, it's worth the work. It's a little bit of a job, but very, very worth it. See, once you got it, it's easy to just pull off. Sometimes it's easier if you grab it with a paper towel and just pull it. There we go. See? Success, my friends. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my second rack. Well, I still have a little bit of tissue here, but not much. And there you go. All right. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with my second rack, and we will come back and rub it with a delish rub I have. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm ready with this. My membranes are all gone on both racks. One thing about baby back ribs is that you don't have an excess amount of fat like you do in pork spare ribs. So you don't have to be trimming it and taking a bunch of stuff off, which is really good, okay? Of course, baby back ribs are a lot more tender than pork spare ribs. They cook faster, but also there's not a lot of meat on the bone, okay? Okay, I'm going to rub my ribs with a combination of, I have 2 tablespoons of garlic salt in here, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cayenne, and 1 tablespoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to rub these nicely on, you know, both sides, and I'm going to let these sit for 30 minutes before we put them in the oven, okay? So I'll be back in 30 minutes so we get ready to put these inside the oven. I'll see you then. So these ribs have been sitting here for 30 minutes with the marinade on them. So I'm going to put them in the oven now. I have an oven that's preheated at 375. I'm going to go ahead and cover this pan with some aluminum foil. And I'm going to put them in there for the first 45, even maybe hour, covered in foil, okay? Then I'll bring them out and we'll start applying our barbecue sauce to it and put them back in the oven, okay? Let's check our ribs. They've been in the oven for 45 minutes. Kind of took a peek. And look at this. Isn't that great? So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to brush these with barbecue sauce. And then I'm going to cover it in foil again and let them cook for another half hour. Then we're going to go ahead and brush them again and we'll broil them so that the barbecue sauce gets nice and caramelized, okay? This barbecue sauce I'm using is my homemade barbecue sauce with apple juice. I have a video on it. Check it out. It's super easy to make. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing, okay? If you don't want to make your own barbecue sauce, go ahead and use store-bought, your favorite, okay? So, I highly recommend you watch that video though. It's so easy to make and it's so good you're never going to want to use store-bought again. So there you go. I'm just going to put a thin film of barbecue sauce on these. Okay, so I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. Alright, these ribs were in the oven for an extra 30 minutes under foil. Now I'm going to give them a nice coat of barbecue sauce, and I'm gonna put them underneath the broiler. I just changed my oven from 375 to broil. I'm going to put them underneath the broiler until my barbecue sauce is nice and caramelized. I have to be very careful not to burn them, okay? So be sure you don't just walk away from your oven. Keep a close eye on your nice ribs. It'd be too bad if you burn them. They're delicious. They look moist and, oh my Lord, they just look really, really, really good. Of course, I'm going to serve these with a lot of napkins and some extra barbecue sauce on the side. And yeah, very nice. Okay. So back in the oven, these will go. Look at these ribs. They are beautiful. I put them underneath the broiler, but I didn't put them directly underneath. I put the rack on the bottom, okay? So that the broiler was on top here, but the ribs were here. I left the door partly open, and they were in there for about, I would have to say about 10 minutes because I was rotating the pan. Right now they're beautiful. The sauce is nice and caramelized on top. I can't wait to cut these. We're gonna have them for dinner. Here you go, my friends. Bon appetit from thefrugalchef.com. Make sure you come and visit us. Eat well without going broke.